channel, y'all been wanting this, so I'm giving it to you. I was going to do an introduction video like about me, but I just wanted to do that when I was all glamored up, which I'm not right now. So this is gonna be the first video for y'all. I will do the next one basically about me, things I like, things I don't like, and stuff like that. But welcome to my channel, The Life of Yawns. And yeah, we're just gonna hop right in to the video, and I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and comment what you guys liked about it. Comment what you guys want me to make more videos on, and yeah, just give me feedback. Well, obviously I know I'm new to this and I got a lot more to do and stuff with like editing and of course like background, but right now I'm on winter break, so we don't really care about all this extra stuff right now, but I will give you guys bigger and better later on as time goes on. But yeah, really guys, I hope you like everything I give you, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's more of just like on the personal side and everything, but I still hope you guys enjoy it. So get your popcorn, get your chips, get whatever you want to eat, and sit back and watch this and enjoy. Today we're obviously going to be talking about, if you read the title of my pregnancy story, currently baking in there. But if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on all social medias. I will tag all my usernames and stuff below, and let's just get right into it. So I had asked ahead of time on my Instagram page what people wanted me to talk about, and basically this was like highly recommended, highly suggested. And so yeah, so if you don't know, I am 19. I'll be turning May. I'll be turning 20 in May, and that is when I'm due. Actually, I'm due a few days before my birthday. My birthday's on the 31st, and my baby is due the 25th. So yeah, how I found out I was pregnant, well, I would say the main thing that caught me off guard, that like made me think like, am I pregnant, was me sleeping a lot. When you're pregnant, you sleep like you're in fucking hibernation. Excuse my language. But you sleep like you're in hibernation like for hours. And like as a college student, because I am a full-time college student, of course you take your like daily naps and stuff, but my naps were just extended. It was just too long. And I remember like when I was younger, my parents, well, you know, when it was that time of the month, I'd sleep a lot as well. My parents would always be like, hope you're not doing anything, why are you sleeping a lot? And I would just be like, I'm just trying to sleep away my cramps. But that just like always been like in the back of my mind, like, you know, like, oh, maybe that's a sign of like pregnancy and stuff like that. So when I did start feeling weird, you know, because like I don't know if I'm the only one. Well, I heard it before. People have always said like sometimes you just know, like it's not like a gut feeling, but it's a feeling in your body that you just feel different about yourself. So that was it. And I was just like, well, I'm sleeping a lot, so what's wrong with me? Like, I didn't even really count the days how long my period hasn't came, because like my menstrual cycle was actually menstrual cycle was actually sometimes different and odd, so it didn't really phase me as much. But yeah, that's basically what made me think like, all right, I think I'm pregnant. So October 6th of this year, 2018, it is almost 2019, but yeah, October 6th was probably like around 7-8 o'clock at night, and I was at my boyfriend's house. He lives off campus, and I was just like, yeah, you need to go get a test. Like, he was already on his way out, like, to the store or whatever, or just going out to party or something like that, and he just asked if I wanted something, and I was like, yeah, a test. So he went and got a test. He came back. It was just like one of those 7-Eleven tests. 2 lines means you're pregnant. 1 line means you're not, you know. If you're not, then the second line would appear, not the first one. If you are, then both of them will appear. So yeah, I took my test, and in his room, he has a bathroom in his room. So he had stepped out of the room, and while he stepped out, I was like, all right, let me just go take this test. So in the back of my mind, I was like, it's gonna say positive. But I was still like, nah, it's just my period gonna come. I ain't pregnant. But in the back of my mind, I was like, it's gonna say positive. So I took it. You know, you got a little squat on the stick. So yeah, I did that, and his shower tub is like right here. Here's the toilet, whatever. So imagine this pencil. This pencil is the test. I just place it on the rim of the bathtub and kind of try to cover it with the shower curtain so I don't peek. But I'm like peeking over. I'm just like, and then I happen to peek over and see the first line here, and I'm just like,
what the fuck? What the fuck? Stop playing! What the fuck? Stop playing! What the fuck is that? Ah! What the fuck?
what? Like, no, baby, no. So yeah, so I just wait like a couple seconds. I pick it back up, and you already know how it went. Said I'm pregnant. I am in shock, disbelief, but at the same time, just like, bro, I knew it. I just knew it. I'm just like, just so many emotions are rushing in all at once. Where it's to the point like you're just feeling numb. Like, well, that's how I felt. I just felt numb. Like, I didn't know which emotion to like pick up. I didn't know if I want to cry. I didn't know if I want to be happy. I didn't know a thing. I was just like stuck, and I just was, Jesus, I didn't know what to do. And in my head, I'm like, quick, think, Yanni, think. So I'm like, okay, should I tell him? But then I'm just like, I have no other option but to tell him because he just bought this. He's obviously going to ask, like, what did it say? Where's the test? Blah, blah. So I'm just like, damn, oh my gosh. So I just stepped back in the room, and I'm just sitting on the bed, and I'm just like still in shock, of course, still have nothing to say. I'm not even crying at this point. I'm just still just like, so that's my dog. He doesn't know what to do with himself. So he walks in the room as I'm sitting on the bed, and I'm just looking down, and I say his name like twice, but I swear he's deaf. Not really, but anyways, so he doesn't hear me. And then he finally asks, he's like, so what did it say? And I didn't really say anything. I just like passed it, like slid it over to him. And my boyfriend, he acts slow sometimes, and he's like, is that positive? It clearly says positive, pregnant, literally on the side. Like, come on, it said, like, it's as positive as it can be. So now he's in shock. We're both just sitting here like, damn, what we gonna do? Like, oh my God. So a few words are kind of exchanged, but I'm more of like just shut down at this point, and he's just like shook. So that was that. But eventually, like probably like a few minutes later, he was just basically like, what do you want to do? And I was just like, I don't know. I mean, obviously I knew what I wanted to do, but as far as like how I'm going to do it was like the big that I don't know. So, but he was basically just like, well, whatever you choose to do, I'm here. I'll support you. Doesn't matter if you want to keep it or not, I'm here. So, which I which I expected he would say, only because that's just the person he is. So, from that moment, like, when I found out I was pregnant, I already knew, like, I'm not getting an abortion. I'm not doing adoption. None of that. I'm going to keep my child. I'm not against abortions. It's just, for me, the person I am, that's something I'm not choosing to do. So, that was that. That's how we found out and, did everything about it. As far as telling my parents, that was probably the hardest thing. Remind you, I found out I was pregnant at 7 weeks going on to 8 weeks. And I didn't tell my mom until I was probably 12 going into my 13th week. So I had already knew for almost a month now. That's a month? 7. Yeah, basically almost a month now. Sorry. But yeah, before I had told my mom, I just didn't, I knew how I was gonna tell her, but I just didn't knew how I was physically going to verbally say it. So I'm still at school at this point, and I wanted to text my mom initially, but I was just like, no, I can't text her. So I tried to call her, but she had not picked up. So I already had a message prepared in my notes that I was gonna send her. So I had sent it to her, and she had automatically called me back, and she was just like, is this a joke? And I'm just like, sorry, my ankle itch, but I'm just like, no, it's not a joke. And I'm crying on the phone, and she's like mad, and she's like upset. I'm just like, I'm so sorry, and basically this and that. And I didn't really have a way for how I thought my mom would react. I mean, I knew that my mom's the type of person to be mad about something, but eventually she'll come around, which was the case. She didn't want to speak to me for a week, but eventually she had called me and we spoke and stuff like that, and she's supportive. And of course now it's a little weird, a little odd to adjust to, only because I know my mom has high expectations of me. My mom was pregnant with me at 16 and had me at 17. So with her not wanting, any of her daughters to fall into her footsteps, it did kind of upset me. But at the same time, I thought about it as if I'm, on my way of figuring what I'm doing with my life. I'm not really of the acceptable age of having a child in society, but I'm up of age, it's older than what you had me, so you can't be that mad. But of course she was. By the time I have my child, I'll be 20. I'll have half of my life figured out, so it's not really that hectic. So yeah, but after I had told my mom and she was upset with me, I had automatically just called my grandmother, which is her mother. She basically gave me no other option. She was just like, no, you're gonna keep this baby, you're gonna stay in school, your baby is gonna be very well taken care of, and everything above, which made me feel more secure and happy, and it just made me feel better about myself and everything. And I was trying very hard because I still am having family issues and stuff like that. So I was like, this is something very big in my life to happen. So I've tried my best to just keep myself uplifted, and of course just not to fall into depression and everything. As far as my dad, I didn't really get to tell him. My mom did. Very upset with me, but that's another story. So that's just basically everything settled in. As for my boyfriend parents, they've always been very open armed to me. No parent is really happy when their kid's in college and they're having a child. But, you know, they have to eventually say, like, hey, they're old enough, they're figuring out life. All right, they just got to make their own choices. So that's basically how our parents are going about it. As far with school, I do plan on finishing school on time. I don't plan on dropping out. I'm very determined and dedicated to finishing my school career and getting my degree. I do want to be an elementary school teacher. Yeah, I am majoring in early childhood education. And with school and finding out I was pregnant did affect me a lot, majorly, really. Only the fact that I felt really sick in the beginning of my pregnancy, my first trimester, as well as being slightly like upset. Well, not even slightly, really upset, going through stuff. It made me lose energy. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to involve myself in any activities, engage in anything. My focus was just like completely nowhere. But when I did start feeling better and I reached my second trimester and everything, that's when I just had to pick myself up, gather myself, and be like, Yannick, you gotta do this. It's not even just for yourself anymore. It's for someone else that is coming into this world. So that was my biggest motivation. And what else? I did get asked what were symptoms that I did get. Well, morning sickness was a big one. Whoever decided to call it morning sickness, you're a liar. And I want to see you, because morning sickness does not just hit in the morning, as it is called. Morning sickness hits you any time of the day, I'm telling you. It was to the point where it was probably like around 2 o'clock and I was just like, I feel terrible. Like, I need to throw up. I'm gagging. Like, it was awful. It didn't really last that long. It wasn't like an everyday thing. It was like every other now and then, but it was awful. Motion sickness, I get. That's one of the biggest things that I hate. I still get it sometimes. In my second trimester that I'm in, I really hate it. Like, it's to the point where it's like, if my boyfriend's driving or my friend's driving, or if I'm in the car, period, it's just like, yeah, pull over. So yeah, that's just something that is just disgusting. I hate it. But you just gotta fight through it, because let me tell you, I asked the doctors, I Googled it, I did everything I could. It's not much you can do with morning sickness. It's not. So you just gotta fight through it like a trooper. But yes, with advice that I would give to anyone who is in college, and let's say they just so happen to find out that they are pregnant and they want to keep their baby, your child, even before coming into this world, is one of the biggest motivations you'll ever have. For me, like, hearing my baby's heartbeat for the first time was honestly just breathtaking, and it made me like, it was just like an automatic like snap, like, there's someone in there. There's someone you have to protect. There's someone that you have to look after. There's someone that you have to teach. There's someone in there that you have to love and care for. And that's your person. You're human. Like, that's a little you. Like, you know, if you made mistakes before, this is like now your chance to teach this person from wrong and right. And, you know, you just, it's an unconditional love. I can only imagine like when it's my time to give birth and hold my child for the first time. Like, I'm very excited. I waited like a month to tell my mom, don't do that. Just try to get it over with in a quicker time span. They would probably react. Well, everyone knows their parents. Sometimes they think they know their parents, and their parents may react a different way. But they'll probably react better if you just come out and tell them. Talk to your parents, talk to a doctor, talk to someone, especially if you're going through things and this just so happened to fall on your plate too. Don't pack a lot of stuff on to yourself, you know. Try to just ease things through, even if it feels like life is just getting terrible. It will be okay. Trust me, it will be fine. It will be okay. See a doctor as soon as you can. I did. I seen a doctor like the next day, and then I had scheduled for an OBGYN for like 2-3 weeks later. But yes, see a doctor. Eat well, eat healthy, drink lots of water, make sure your baby is getting all the nutrients. But feeling a little human inside you is kind of like a weird feeling, but it's a happy feeling. Honestly, I don't regret it. I will never regret the choice of keeping my child. Only because I know that God has chosen this path for me for obviously a reason. I don't tell many people this, but I've gone through series of depression all throughout my life, literally since I was younger. This year has been a downfall my cat. This year has been a downfall for me, and a few days before I had found out I was pregnant, it had gotten to the point where I was just like begging on my knees, praying to God, like, show me a sign, show me something, a purpose of living. Like, I need something to motivate me, you know, to just keep going, to stay here on this earth. And I'm getting emotional, but finding out I was pregnant a few days later, I find that as that was my sign. Like, here's your purpose. Oh goodness, I told myself I wasn't gonna cry. Just every time I think about that, it just makes me very emotional. But yeah, God works in mysterious ways, I tell you. Last thing I thought I would be as a mother, honestly, anytime soon, only because I kept telling myself I'm not having kids anytime soon, because like I see the struggle. I've been in the struggle, as well as just being around a lot of kids my entire life. I was just like, yeah, this can wait. I knew I always wanted to be a mom and have like a big family, but I didn't think I was gonna start as soon, you know. But I'm ready for the journey that I was placed in. I'm ready to start a new chapter of life and just feel refreshment in my life. But yeah, if you're going through this, it's okay. You'll be perfectly fine. Things just don't happen for a reason. It's not a coincidence that you just ended up pregnant. And even if you choose not to keep your child, that's okay too. It's your choice. It is your body. It is perfectly okay. You know, some people are built for it, some people aren't. Some people are ready now, some people are ready later, and that's okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time or whatever you want to call it. I did my best at giving advice, but if you liked this little video or whatever, just give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me, and comment some ideas below on more videos you want me to do. I will do some vlogs. I will be doing more like story times and giving you guys updates on my pregnancy. I am currently 18 weeks. January 8th I'll be finding out the gender of my baby. I really want a girl, only because I just want to, like, you know, do her hair and dress her up and stuff like that. But my preference, I really don't have one. I don't mind what I have. Even if I have a little boy, I'm happy. But yes, I will keep you guys updated. And again, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, see you.